Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss about Dividend Tax Management Blueprint for capital gains coordination. When investors receive dividends and also sell investments for gains or losses, both parts can affect the final tax result. That is why dividend tax management should not be planned separately from capital gains. A clear coordination blueprint helps investors understand dividend income, realized gains, losses, timing, cost basis, and after-tax return in one complete plan. First, gather all investment records before making any tax decision. Collect broker statements, trade confirmations, dividend records, cost basis information, and prior tax documents. This step is important because accurate records help you avoid mistakes when calculating gains, losses, and taxable dividend income. Next, separate different income types. Dividend income may be domestic or foreign, qualified or ordinary, while investment gains may be short-term or long-term. Each category may be taxed differently, so keeping them separate makes it easier to estimate your real tax exposure and avoid mixing different rules together. After that, verify your cost basis. Cost basis usually starts with the original purchase price, but it may change because of reinvested dividends, stock splits, fees, or other adjustments. If the cost basis is wrong, your capital gain may be overstated or understated when shares are sold. Then, classify the holding period for each investment. A short-term gain and a long-term gain may receive different tax treatment depending on local rules. This is why investors should know when each investment was bought and sold before estimating the tax effect. Now, net gains and losses carefully. Capital losses may help offset eligible capital gains, and in some cases, unused losses may be carried forward to future years. This can reduce taxable gains and improve the final after-tax result, but only if the records are accurate and the rules are followed. Next, coordinate the timing of asset sales. Instead of selling randomly, review dividend dates, income levels, tax brackets, and possible gains or losses. Proper timing may help dividends and capital gains work together more efficiently, especially near the end of the tax year. After that, estimate the combined tax impact. Look at dividend income, realized capital gains, available losses, surtaxes if applicable, and your local tax rules. The goal is to understand the total after-tax return, not just the dividend yield or the selling profit alone. Then, review and rebalance your portfolio each year. Reassess holdings, harvest losses when appropriate, update records, and adjust your strategy before filing season. Regular review can help prevent last-minute tax surprises and support better long-term investment planning. To make this process easier, keep key records such as broker statements, trade confirmations, cost basis reports, dividend reinvestment history, capital loss carryforward records, and annual tax return copies. These documents help explain how dividends, gains, losses, and taxes were calculated. At the same time, watch out for common risks. Missing cost basis details can create incorrect gain calculations. Ignoring reinvested dividends can distort your real investment cost. Wash sale complications may limit the use of some losses. Short-term gain surprises can increase tax exposure. Not using loss carryovers may waste tax benefits. Also, selling assets at the wrong time can reduce your after-tax return. A simple formula for net taxable gain is sale proceeds minus adjusted cost basis, minus fees, minus allowed loss offsets. This helps investors calculate the gain that may actually be taxable after eligible adjustments. Another useful formula is after-tax return equals dividend income plus net capital gain, minus total tax. This reminds investors to focus on what they keep after taxes, not just what they earn before taxes. So, the full process can be viewed as a timeline. First, you buy shares. Then, you may receive dividends. Next, you track your cost basis. Later, you may sell shares. After that, you calculate net gains or losses. Finally, you review the after-tax return. In conclusion, coordinating dividend taxes with capital gains planning can help investors make smarter decisions. By tracking records, separating income types, verifying cost basis, reviewing sale timing, and estimating the total tax impact, investors can better understand their real portfolio performance. This video is for educational purposes only. Tax treatment of dividends and capital gains varies by country, account type, holding period, and investor status, so consider speaking with a qualified tax advisor for personal guidance. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.